Thank you for joining, and welcome to Let's Zwift. Today is a weekly chase race, and we are having a bit of fun in this category versus category race. Overall, it should be competitive, as there is great turnout. We can see the C's have a whopping 55 riders in the start pack. We are on 2 laps of the Watopia flat route today. The 2 key time checkpoints will be at the sprint banner at 7.7 kilometers on lap 1 and 17.9 kilometers on lap 2. The A's are about to be underway, and we will have all the categories out on course. With today's course only being 20.6 kilometers and no major climbs, my money has to be on the C's. They have a massive group size, and it should help them carry speed. The A's and the D's are my underdogs for the day. Oh, and this is what this race series is all about. This D rider, Eric, just went straight to the front and is hammering out a high pace. And this A rider is doing the same thing. However, it looks like the B's are going to rely on their group size, as they appear to be all together. And I believe the C's will do the same. These 2 categories each have huge numbers, and they will likely use that to their advantage. This is because with the course profile, they are unlikely to shed many riders. The D's appear to be approaching the first time check. Although they began with 16 riders, it looks like the group is down to only 10. We will see what their time is, but it might be slower than I originally thought. They appear to be under control though. This rider has a heart rate below 150, so I think they might be managing their effort right now. And the banner is right around the corner. Let's see what it's gonna be, as this group will likely need to remain out in front on their own till the end. And the group is gonna roll through with a time of 13 minutes flat. In just a second, we will get a sense of where they stand and if they can hold off the charging groups behind. Oh, and this is surprising. It looks like they have shed a few riders, and it looks for good reason. The rider on screen is pushing massive watts, even though he is in the bunch sitting on wheel. They are going to stop the clock. It's going to be 14:25. They have already brought back more than half the 3-minute delay to the D's. Next come the B's, and I like the looks of it. The group still has most of their starting 42 riders. They have already caught a few C's and have a few more just ahead. And the clock is gonna stop here. What's it gonna be? 15:35. They have almost made up half the 5-minute delay to the D's. With their pack size, I reckon they will make the catch shortly. The final group is stampeding towards this checkpoint. The A's have not won this race in some time, but they have stronger numbers than usual today. Looks like maybe 16 or 17 riders left in the group. They are pushing big watts, and the heart rate still seems to be controlled. And they stop the clock. They stop it at 17:16. They have pulled back almost 3 minutes on the D's. Oh, and we're gonna switch to the split screen. It looks like the B rider here with the footage is starting to go up the back. Maybe she's trying to give a wheel to this rider behind, but we will see. And it looks like she had to drop off. But the A's are going to take this opportunity. This rider is going to the front and blasting the pace. Looks like nearly 400 watts and a 5.5 watt per kilogram pace. This is what pulls back time in these races. Hopefully the rest of the group continues pulling through and they pull back some more time. Take a look at the C's. They're approaching this little kick and have the D group just ahead. They seem to have some riders rolling through with the feather power up, keeping their speed high, and they're going to make the catch with just under 7K to go. Let's see if the D's can hang on. They are carrying speed through, but with such a long line of C's, the D group is getting enough draft from the riders ahead to increase their speed, and it looks like they will hang on. This might be a sprint for the finish now. Ooh, this is a good view of the combined group size. Looks like maybe 4 D's have managed to hang on to this group, but it seems there's 1 C off the front. Interesting tactic. Oh, with only 4K left to go till the end. It looks like the B's are just a couple hundred meters behind. I think they will probably make the catch shortly, but how much energy will they have spent after this big effort to close down the final meters? We will get that answer soon and see what they have left in the legs. Oh, and here it is. The B's can almost see the draft of the group ahead, and the sprint banner for the second time check is coming up. We will see the D, C, and B groups go through with the same time. This will certainly be a first in the race series, and I imagine the group ahead will be able to latch on, and we will get a 3-way sprint for the finish. Right around the corner, the clock will stop. Oh, and it looks like the B's will just be a bike length or 2 behind at the time check, but the group is going to stop the clock with an adjusted time of 29:24. The B's are going to roll through here, and at least a couple other riders will latch on. It was tough to tell with so much going on, but we will see who has managed to make the selection. With only 2.8K left, we will see how far behind the A's are. It looks like they will be coming through with a pretty big group, and they set a time of 30:26. That's still almost a minute behind, and they think their day is done. Switching back to the split screen, and it looks like chaos on the road. Wow, look at how strung out this is. It appears the B's are pushing the pace, and a few C's are just hanging on. It's hard to tell, but it looks like the D's are being distanced. Wow, and this pace has decimated the field so much that we are not going to have any riders with video footage of the sprint finish. We will have to wait for the results to calculate. But the D's are going to be rolling through for third place here, and they just weren't able to hold on for long enough. Still a solid effort though. And finally, the A's will be rolling through for fourth place. And we are calculating the final results, and it looks like the B's took down the victory. They ultimately outsprinted a strong C